You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Q&E Podcast, and you're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. And I got Edgar on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. Today, we are reviewing Snowfall, Season 5, Episode 1. We are doing Episode 1 and 2, but right now, this is our Episode 1 recap. This episode was titled Comments, and it had a lot in store for this season, bro. We see Franklin, he got no remorse, killing one of his OG friends, you know what I'm saying? Just knocking Rob off. Rob can't be trusted anymore. He got a baby on the way. Franklin going through a lot of different changes right now, bro.
And I knew this season was going to be fire, bro, when they opened it up with the Len Bias reenacting that whole situation with him overdosing. I was like, okay, it's going to be fire. But you know, the first person I thought about when I seen that was Alton, bro. Because Alton, the whole last season, was the main one saying, Franklin, you're destroying the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing, the way that you're supplying the neighborhood, you're killing it. You don't realize what you're doing. And even though Alton was right, and I think we said he was right last season, but it was still like he was going about it the wrong way, trying to get the reporter involved in all that bullshit. We always gonna ride for Franklin at the end of the day, but that was the first person I thought about in that whole situation.
And it's crazy because that happened way on the East Coast, like way over in Maryland. Like Len Bias was drafted by the Celtics. His passing happened 2 days after he was drafted. So completely different coast of the United States, completely different state, city, and you see the effects lingering just across the entire nation of cocaine, crack, this, that, and the third, you know. And we didn't even get that much crack action in this episode.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Like,
I thought that's why they wanted the cocaine to be dropped, because the crack wasn't selling as good as some shit like that. Because it was a lot of cocaine. But I wonder, is it because we're leveling up to higher clientele? Maybe, I don't know.
I think that's what it is. But still, like, crack was
the main thing.
Crack was still booming like early, because they're mid 80s now. Like, crack is still booming, or it's supposed to be booming anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, bro. I was like, I didn't see any crack. And we have to get an update with the family in Arkansas, because I think they're still getting I forgot what that name was, bro. But I want to see what them country folk doing out there, bro. Because I know it's wild in Arkansas right now. I still want to get an update, bro. I still remember that from season 4, bro. But yeah, the impact of that Len Bias thing was definitely worldwide, because most people didn't think overdosing could happen to them, especially somebody like Len Bias with an athletic build. He's young. Nobody thought he could overdose. And a lot of people had that mentality like, oh, it only happens to the weak or the old. But once they seen it happen to somebody like him, it was like, oh, this shit can happen to everybody. So some people, you know what I'm saying, started to turn their life around and go to rehab. And some people just wanted to take a step back from it after that Len Bias situation. So that shit definitely rang some bells.
And another thing that I pointed out while seeing that scene of the episode, remember in The Last Dance how Michael Jordan was just very adamant in telling people, like, I was not partying, I was not doing this, I was not doing that. Like my rookie season or my first 2 seasons, like I was usually by myself or just practicing, or while everybody was in one room, I was just in my room, either with my mom or just talking to my mom on the phone or whatever while cooking and stuff. It's very believable. Now that I think about it, I know we were all joking watching The Last Dance because we know
he was partying in them goddamn rooms.
Yeah, we know Michael Jordan was partying and drinking, but it just sounds a lot more serious now. Like, I think I take that a lot more serious considering the Len Bias situation. Like, damn. Like, that was Michael Jordan's comparison, like, very early in his career. Len Bias is one of the biggest what-if stories when it comes to sports, coming out of college and getting drafted into the NBA, like, just 2 years after Jordan. So that, I think that was a really big reason on why Jordan may have said that, you know, because the jokes about the Chicago Bulls being the walking cocaine circus and whatnot, Jordan was probably really like, no, like, I might be partying around y'all, but I'm not on the same type of stuff as y'all, because I see the effect that it really has.
Yeah.
So the synopsis of episode 1, like I said, is titled Comments, and the synopsis is: it's the summer of 1986, and the Saint crew has leveled up. Franklin's personal and professional relationships are flourishing, but a problem in the valley brings trouble to his door. So honestly, the Len Bias situation, like I said, it happened clear across the country. Yes, it's affecting more places now, but the real reason why it's bringing trouble to his door is because it hit the suburbs. And we all know when it started affecting white people a certain way, the way it's affecting black people, then it's a problem. So his old friend Rob, I'm sure anybody watching Snowfall, y'all know who Rob is. He's been around since day one.
I swear to God, bro.
One of his friends at a house party ended up shooting an innocent person just because he sniffed a line of their cocaine and he just gave an off vibe. And it was just crazy to see that, bro, because it's like he's giving crackhead behavior off of just doing, like,
he was on that coke shit.
Like that.
Yeah, he seemed like a cool dude, but once he was on that coke, bro, you can't control that dude, bro.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, he really snapped on him. Like he went, cause I'm thinking he was finna pass out or something. The way he was looking at dude, and I'm like, is he finna pass out or some shit? And then he went completely crazy. He was like, "You just gonna come and steal our cocaine or whatever?" And he's just like, "Bro, like it's a party. Like everybody's doing coke. Like what are you so upset about?" And he was more upset about it than Rob was. Like, bro, you're not even involved in this life. This Franklin not even your plug.
He was. I think he is. I think he sold too. And that's why Franklin was worried about him telling information about the CIA, because I'm assuming Rob told Thad about the CIA connection. And that's why ultimately he got shot at the end, because he mentioned the CIA and said that the CIA can get out of the situation. But that's why. But I was questioning why Franklin even told Rob about the CIA, because Rob only knew about Javi. That was the only connection that Rob really knew about. So I'm surprised that Franklin told him about how deep it was with the CIA connection. So you got to blame Franklin on that shit too. Like, why did you tell Rob? Because how can you trust him? Even though that's your man, how can you trust him like that?
I think he had to tell Rob, because Rob was working so close, you know, with Louie and with Jerome and Franklin. He was working way too close to them to just be left out of the loop on who the plug actually was. Because if you notice, like, Franklin isn't going to Avi anymore, or isn't going to Avi as much, and still getting the same or more amount of cocaine, you're gonna have questions of like, hey, who are we getting this from? Like, we haven't been going to see Avi lately at all, and I put you on the Avi, so like I would know like if you're going to see him or not, because my dad goes to Avi. Like I used to go to Avi a lot. So you not going to him anymore, but still getting the same amount of cocaine, like it's not adding up. So I feel like he had to let Rob know, because he held Rob so close to his chest with a lot of stuff that he did. So I don't blame Franklin for letting him know.
And that's what hurts so much about White Boy Rob, because he's been there from the beginning, bro. Like it kind of hit the same way as like the Kevin situation when Kevin ended up dying. It was like, damn, that's Kev shit hurt. You feel what I'm saying? But like but Rob was to the point where he was on the same like cokehead levels, like the addiction levels of like Wanda, bro. So it was like, all right, he's telling people information that they don't need to know, and he's getting to the level where he can't be trusted. Is he really going to get clean if he does go to rehab? Or is he just going to leave? Like you just couldn't trust the information. And even if he went to rehab, will he come out to slip out the mouth and say some information that he doesn't have to say? You know what I'm saying? Like after that situation, you don't know what Rob is capable of. So you had to get Rob out of here. But I think it shook everybody up in like the Saint community, because that was his best friend. So it's like, imagine if Leon was in that situation. You killing Leon? That's why Leon was like, damn, I heard about Rob. Like Leon was kind of looking shook, like, damn, like you would have did that to me too. And that's why Louie and Jerome was looking like, damn, you killed your man. When he said they were out, he was like, damn, you killed Rob? That was your best friend, that was your man's. Like that's why everybody in the same community was like, oh, you're willing to kill anybody to get what you want for real.
And the catalyst for this, I believe, is the fact that he's having a baby, bro. Like the fact that Franklin is about to have a child with his girl, he like you just said, no loose ends right now, bro. Like I can't risk anything, whatever it takes by any means necessary in order for me and my child to keep leveling up. I can't have no loose ends. And it hurt him, bro. Like he didn't want to kill Rob, but this is when I felt like he was gonna kill Rob. The moment Thad ended up coming out the mouth saying something about the CIA or whatever, he looked at Rob like, nigga, you lied to me. Like you told me you
Facts.
didn't. You told me he
Facts.
ain't know nothing. You told me you ain't say nothing to him about the CIA, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he said something about the CIA, he made Rob kill him. First off, he was like, nah, I ain't gonna kill you right now, but your punishment right now, you gotta kill your best friend, and then I'm finna kill you, technically my best friend. So it was crazy, bro. And I understand why he didn't make Rob look at him when he killed him, but it was sad, bro. He made him look.
It would have been too tough.
Yeah, he made him turn around and look at the comment and this, that, and the third. I guess he wanted him to have a final good image before he took his life or whatever. But that was crazy.
Cause it would have been too tough if he actually like would have turned around and seen his face. It would have been like New Jack City, bro. When what's my man from New Jack City, bro? Damn, I'm forgetting his name. Nino Brown. When Nino Brown had to shoot G Money, it was like, damn, my nigga was crying and shit. It would have been that same type of situation. So he was like, nah, I gotta shoot you in the back and do it quick. Let's get it over with. And even Peaches was surprised because Peaches even thought that he was gonna let him live. So yeah, that shit definitely hurt. But it was kind of,
you see him hit that pipe too. You see him hit that crack pipe right after that buried Thad, and Franklin looking like, bro, no, bro, you just told me you was gonna get sober, and then you already hitting again, even get you to rehab. So Franklin felt like it just had to be done, bro.
But I love the transition that we're seeing Franklin on, though, bro. The transition of, okay, he not a corner boy, but he a drug dealer. Okay, and now he's transitioning into like a real life businessman. We've seen it a little bit in season 4 when his mom was helping him with the real estate and things like that. But now we're seeing like full blown businesses. We see they're about to buy like some condos, some redevelopment projects. His girl is like the owner of the real estate business. Like we see that he's fully into like getting out of the game. So we see that it's coming to the end. And I just love the transition now. But we see that nigga Teddy trying to reel him back in, my nigga. So it's gonna be tough because I think Teddy only views him as a corner boy, a drug dealer. You just gonna keep pushing this cocaine, bro. That's all I need you to do. And Franklin like, nah, I'm good. I got all the money I need. I'm trying to get out the game. And Teddy like, nah, just keep pushing it. And Teddy want him to push for eternity. Like, it's no end in sight when it comes to the U.S. government pushing these drugs. And it's like, bro, I'm done. Like, I'm trying to get out. Like, I got a kid on the way, this, that, the third. But that nigga Teddy do not care.
Facts. Another big plot point from this episode I want to talk about is I don't know where Leon is headed. Leon is very small-minded right now because Franklin tried to get Leon on board. He's already been talking to Louie and Jerome about getting into the real estate venture, or just even as much as putting money in, even if you don't want to get all the way into real estate, put money in with me on a property so y'all can get some passive income. Louie and Jerome are at least thinking about it. Leon like, nah, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, I'm cool with where I am now. And it's like, damn, like I feel like him and Franklin are gonna rip apart at some point, bro. Because
and that's like what I was just about to say,
you on some
bro.
real small-minded types of. You're okay with still pushing right now, and I'm not trying to push no more. Shout out to Pushing P because it finally come to fruition now with this show. But I think Leon he gonna end up just falling behind when it come to Louie and the rest of them. They gonna fall off from him.
But I don't think he doesn't want to get big. I think he feels trapped and he feels like he's in a prison because he wanted to get out the game. He doesn't want to be a part of this shit, bro. But now he feels trapped because Franklin forced him to stay in it. So it's like, I'm just here because you're telling me to be here, bro. This is just my job. Like, I don't think he wants to be in any businesses with Franklin because he doesn't know the trouble that it may cause down the line. Like, I done been in enough trouble with you, bro. I don't even want to be in the game no more. Like, I don't want to get the passive income. I got enough for me and my people. I'm still running the projects. He's cool with that. I think he just feels like he's trapped in the prison. I don't want to be a part of the passive shit that you got going on, bro. I really don't care, bro. I don't think it's I don't think it's small-minded more so than he feels like he's in a prison, bro.
That's
like,
true.
Maybe if he was free, he would think differently, but he's not free.
I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to get out the game that bad, the moment Franklin comes to you and says, hey, okay, like I actually do have a plan for us to get out now for real, I feel like you would still be on it. So the fact that
but did he say get out though? He didn't say get out. He just said to get some money on the side, really. He was like,
but he was telling them it was clean. He kept telling them it was legit. So it's like, hey, if you're talking about making legit money, obviously you're not trying to stay all in on this game forever. You know, even if you do stay in it a little bit, you're not going to let that be your main form of income anymore. So I think that's where he should have been more specific with Leon. He should have let him know, like, hey, I ain't asking you to just put on a suit, you know, and just be a full company man, but you need to get more than the image that you have right now. You need to do more than what you're doing. Because right now, you really just the average dope slinger at this point. Because it's like we just said, price of cocaine dropping. A lot of people are selling now. It's not just like 3 or 4 people to go to anymore. So Leon finna turn into the average drug dealer. He ain't even finna be with the big dogs no more because Saint, Louie, and Jerome, like they're on a different level now, bro. They're trying to get way more legitimate business.
Yeah, but I think he's tried it last. He tried it last season, trying to go out on his own, do his own thing, and he's seen how that turned out. I just think he feels trapped, bro. He tried to go out on his own. Now I'm stuck with Franklin. Honestly, there's no way of really moving up. Yeah, I can get some more money, but I got enough. Like, I don't really need more. I'm cool where I'm at because I'm not getting out of this place until you say so. So it's not even a friend relationship. But that's the funny thing about it. Like, they told Franklin told him about the kid being on the way, but it still feels like it's more so business than friendship with that relationship. It's been like that for the past couple of seasons, honestly. And I think Leon knows that, and he just tries to keep it business now. And that's why he's turning down business. It's no friend, there's nothing friendly between them anymore. Like, once you say I can't lead a business, bro, it's like, all right, my nigga, I'm kind of tapped out of this whole situation because I got in this business because I wanted to make money with my friend. And now it's getting to the point where it's like, we're not even friends. Now I'm just in this business just to be in this business, bro. Like,
I'm your employee.
Mentally. Yeah, that shit fucked up mentally. You feel what I'm saying? When we came in the game together. So, yeah, I definitely understand Leon, bro.
Something big that I peeped just now that I didn't really peep while watching. Gustavo has been working with Franklin, but now that Teddy's trying to sneak back in the picture, is Gustavo just finna back off of Franklin and just mainly work with Teddy now, or is he gonna try and be, a little bit in between? Because
Gustavo was working with Grady. Oh,
he was working with Grady. That's why
I said Grady. Grady was the new person. He was the new Teddy now. So Gustavo was working for him. That's why you're seeing him and Franklin together. But now since Teddy is back, it's gonna be Teddy and Gustavo now since Grady's out the picture. So yeah, that's why they were working together.
Yeah, and I didn't really trust Grady because we didn't really get an introduction into him. It was kind of like episode 1 just started off and it's like, hey, I'm the new plug, and we're like, we already have this relationship that we didn't let the audience know about and whatnot. So I just didn't like how they kind of rushed into that. But Grady was short lived. Like,
that's what I guess that's why they rushed it like that. 2. Yeah, and I guess that's why they rushed it. Like, he's not gonna be around. Let's just throw him in just to have him be a placeholder for Teddy, and then he's gonna be out of the picture by episode 2. I think that's why they did it. But this is one thing I want to talk about with episode 1 too. I don't like the way Louie is moving and playing with this cop, man. I don't like this cop at all, man. That's gonna be this episode, bro, because he's telling that he needs Louie to drop a dime on somebody. It's like, okay, bro, we have a relationship here, but now you want me to rat out somebody that's possibly could be in the same organization? Because I think at first she was thinking about snitching on White Boy Rob, but White Boy Rob is dead now. So who can she snitch on in the same organization because she knows that plot? I don't know.
Well, I understand the cop's point of view, bro, because it's like he's in a situation where they're not making any bus at the moment. And right now, bro, it's the mid 80s. Crack is taking over the streets. They're raiding houses, but no arrests are coming up. Like, they're handcuffing kids and women and all that, and they're scaring the community, but nobody is being brought in. So from his perspective, he's like, look, I'm looking out for y'all. I'm trying to ignore y'all, quote unquote, as much as I can, but my superiors are on me and they're telling me we gotta bring somebody in. I don't know if it needs to be a massive arrest sweep or they got to get somebody with at least somewhat of a prominent name, but he's letting Louie know, look, I can't just keep letting y'all get away. I can't just keep coincidentally not bringing nobody into the station. That's why he's telling her, I got to get somebody. I don't know if it's going to be somebody big that you give me or you give me the average corner person, but he got to bring somebody in. And I think Louie's going to have to come up with a plan to make sure it's somebody that doesn't know much of anything. So even if their names do get brought up, it's kind of like, oh, they're just saying whatever. We got this business going on. We're not even involved in this. She has to give somebody that isn't close to the chest.
But it's going to cause friction in the family relationship because I don't think Franklin knows about this protection.
Franklin don't know.
Franklin doesn't know about this protection. So if she gives up somebody in the same organization, it's like, whoa, like, why did you do that? Now it's going to be beef between them two again, Jerome and Louie and Franklin, because now you're giving up somebody that was a part of the organization who helped this organization run smoothly. It's like, damn. It could be somebody like Peaches, who, you know what I'm saying? Peaches don't really know too much of the drug dealing side. So maybe you throw him in and maybe he'll take the hit for a couple of months and get right back out or some shit. Maybe it might be somebody like him, because I don't know who else it could be other than him that's low. It's not gonna be Leon. I don't think it's gonna be Leon. But somebody
it
like
ain't gonna be Leon. Damn.
I think somebody like Peaches. Peaches can take the hit and then he'll,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's how we do it.
I don't know, because I think there is going to be friction between Louie, Jerome, and Franklin, because
it has to be, bro.
It's just going to be like the new Andre. Like, we ain't seen Andre since season 2, season 3. So is this going to be another Andre situation of like, hey, y'all got the police kind of sort of on your side? Andre was never really on their side.
Yeah,
but
he was
trying to he was somewhat trying to give Franklin chances. But Franklin pushed him to the point where he was like, okay, F you then. Like, I was trying to warn you, trying to let you know you need to stop what you're doing. But this cop is a totally different situation. This cop is like trying to help. This cop is doing cocaine himself, let alone helping them out. And I think it's shedding light on how it really was back then, bro. Like, we know the CIA and the local police authorities were planting drugs on Black people throughout neighborhoods and stuff like that. So it doesn't surprise me to see that some of them were actually using on the job. So that was cool how they shed light on that, because I think it really was like that.
I just hope Louie doesn't fall in the trap of becoming the snitch of the season with this relationship. Oh, since you're protecting me, now I need to snitch about everything that's going on in my organization. I just hope it doesn't turn into something like that, like it was for Alton. Alton gave a reporter a couple of information, then he just started giving up everything. I just hope it's not like that with Louie. Yeah, so I know Louie a G. I fuck with Louie heavy, but I just hope it doesn't turn into that, because she's messing with a cop. That's why I think she's in dangerous territory messing with him, bro. Because at any point, he can turn on you and turn you in at any point, because he knows that you guys sell directly. So he can arrest you guys, and you guys are the big people in the same crew. Like, bro, better watch
out. Because
I
feel what's gonna happen is because next episode, I think we're gonna get some type of arrest. I think episode 3, we're gonna get some type of arrest, because if she pulls through on what he's asking and she gives somebody to get arrested, I feel what's going to happen is he's going to get hungry and he's going to ask for more and more. Okay, now that you gave me somebody, give me somebody a little bit bigger. And then Louie is going to be like, I don't know, like that's going to shake the table too much. And he's going to threaten her. It's going to get to the point where Louie, like you said, her back is going to be against the wall, and she's going to be like, damn, I don't know who to give up. Because I can't just drop a dime on somebody and they just coincidentally be like, damn, I got caught. Like, no, Franklin is going to be like, how did this happen? Like, how did this person get caught?
Only certain people know about the drops and things like that. And Louie's one of the head people that know about that certain things that happen.
Yeah,
so
we all know Jerome ain't snitching. We all know Jerome ain't snitching.
So it's like, okay,
I just want to play his speaker.
No, man, Jerome loving life right now, man. I love it. I love how they separated from Franklin, but they still connected to him at the same time. So they're not as underneath as they were last season. And I think that's the biggest difference of what they wanted to happen. They didn't want to be so directly underneath, because Franklin was messing up a lot last season and it was causing a lot of harm to them. Yeah. So to not be underneath him, to actually have conversation of what to do next, I think is going to be good for their brand. But being in cahoots with this cop ain't going to help shit.
And the next person I want to talk about is Wanda. Wanda working for the sex hotlines, hotdrip.com. What?
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy. I was just happy to see that she actually working, bro. And it shows how hard it is for people to the afterlife of getting clean, because so many people say, man, you need to get sober, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get back clean. But after you get clean, what's the next step? A lot of people don't want to hire you because they know you've been a crackhead. Even when you get jobs like this, they treat you, you know what I'm saying, in undermining ways. And now we see how hard it is for people in that situation. And then it would have been the same way for, not for Rob, because Rob was white, but we see how it is for Black people in that community, how hard it is to really get back on your feet, because you had to already overcome the crack and now you gotta get a job, now get your life together and all that shit. Like that shit is tough, bro. That shit is definitely tough. And now we see like she's kind of debating on getting back in the game now. It's like, damn, do you want to be back around crack when you just was having your episodes last season? It's like, Wanda, you gotta chill, you know what I'm saying? But what's the other option?
And Leon told her that, like, she can't, because she came up to Leon and was trying to like figure out if she can get a job working with him or for him or something like that. And he told her straight up, like, no, you need to get out of here. Like, you don't need to be around this area no more, because I don't think he was saying she was weak, but he was just saying like, I don't want you in that temptation anymore to even think about doing it. Like, I'd rather you give all us the middle finger and move and go do something somewhere else than be back where you were when you just left ground zero.
But where's there to go when people know her as this?
But that's the thing. It's like, where is she gonna go? Because like she said, nobody want to hire a former base head. They gonna feel like they're gonna run out with their shit. You know, so exactly. and like you said, they're either gonna think you running out with their stuff, or all they're gonna see you is as a sex toy. Because like her former boss, before she quit, like, you can keep your job, you can get a raise even if you coming in here and you doing what these other workers doing, because she opened the door on him and seen one of her coworkers in there with him, like about to have sex and do coke and all that. So like, that's all people are gonna see you as right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to Wanda. I don't think she goes back in the crack, but I don't know how she's gonna be successful either. So
yeah, and is it just me, or does this girl, I forgot what her name is, Veronique or whatever her name is, does she look like Franklin mom, bro? She looks exactly like she like a skinnier Franklin mom, bro. I'm just like, she looks exactly like her, bro. And that shows me that he really misses his mom. Then we see in episode 2 that he actually called his mom, and it's hard to get a connection with her and things like that over in Panama. It's like, damn, bro. I think she's gonna end up coming back, because you can tell he missed her, bro. I think that's the only reason he with Veronique, because she look exactly like his mom, bro. Exactly.
And I think we'll be able to trust her. I know Tanase last season, she was giving vibes.
She way more solid. She way more solid.
Yeah, she way more solid. Plus she's in more of a corporate type role. So I don't think she's willing to put her career at risk if she didn't really mess with Franklin.
But she also knows what's going on too, because Franklin, he didn't tell her the details of what happened, but she was like, oh, do I want to know type shit? But it was like, oh, she knows that you do some grimy shit on the side. You know what I'm saying? So as long as she knows what you do and you coming home safe, I think she'll be fine. You know
and she carrying your child. And she carrying your child. So
that too.
Title of episode 2 was Commitment. And the synopsis of this episode is: Teddy forces his way back into the CIA's operation in LA. Franklin and Veronique, that's her name. Franklin and Veronique have a business proposition for Jerome and Louie. And that's what we were talking about with the whole real estate thing, of how we see Franklin diving more into real estate in episode 1. Episode 2 is where we see him really bringing the propositions to Jerome. They're telling him, oh, well, think about it, because he's asking a lot. He's asking for a $10 million investment. And
like, that's all I got. He's like, that's all I got.
Yeah, like the long-term value of it will be great, because like he said, like within 2 to 3 years, you'll get that money back damn near doubled, you know. But is Jerome willing to do that right now? He just got this money, and you telling him to invest like 95% of it into something that he don't even really know about all the way. Louie knows more about real estate and whatnot, because she's more on the books than Jerome is. But even she's kind of like to your point, we got a shaky history right now, Franklin, with us not being able to trust who you work with and this, that, and the third. So they both kind of shaky on it. Like we said, episode 1, like Leon, even he's kind of like, I don't know, I ain't really on all that type of stuff. So Franklin's trying to let them know, look, I got a plan for us. I ain't trying to be in the drug game forever. But we see with Teddy getting back in the CIA how this is going to unfold. Franklin going to get rolled back in nice and slow. Yeah. And we see at the end of episode 2, bro, like he told Teddy, he was like, it's your world. I just sell dope in it.
And bro, the way Teddy looked when he said that, bro, Teddy would look so weirded out, because Franklin never came off like that dude who was like kind of unappreciative or like ungrateful for what was going on. But that was like, okay. Like, if we can see that there's going to be tension here, you feel what I'm saying? Because Franklin is trying to level up and get out of this shit, bro. And Teddy is just coming back And Teddy is really desperate as hell, bro. Sad to say, but he is. His family is gone. His wife is with another man. His kid is gone at this point. He really has nothing else to do but this CIA shit. So now he thinks that's what everybody's mentality is just work for the CIA, just continue to work for the government for eternity. Boom, bro, people are trying to level up and get out of the game. They're trying to get what they want and get out. But Teddy just wants to keep working for the CIA because this is all he knows and this is all that he really cares about to this point. You know what I'm saying? Or he wants to feel important. And that's why that Grady scene was so impactful to me, bro, because he was really reading Teddy ass, bro. He was saying everything about Teddy, like your family don't want you. You don't feel important after they let you go. This, that, the third. And Teddy was like, all right, bitch. Got something for your ass. I think he already put something in that wine anyway. And that's why he was in the kitchen already fucking with some wine or some shit like that. So he already had some shit concocted to kill, bro. But that was like added fire.
When Teddy walked away from the table, like I was telling Anisha while we was watching, I'm like, Teddy never left the house. Like, I don't know why Grady just sat there while Teddy walked away. I'm like, no, I'm following Teddy, making sure he's outside of my house. He's out the door. Like, no, when Teddy walked away, and then later you see him like checking the door, checking outside. I'm like, no, Teddy is that nigga. Like, he never left. Something is spiked. Something that your nightly sip of wine is or cognac, whatever you had. Your nightly sip is definitely tanked.
Grady was stealing money too, which nobody knew about other than Teddy. I guess the CIA, other than Teddy, nobody else could figure it out that he was the one stealing money. So that shit, yeah, I guess Teddy had.
And that's why I think that's why Teddy was able to talk himself back into getting the job, because he was letting them know, like, look, y'all are not only is the price of cocaine dropping, but y'all are losing process. Now, if y'all was staying constant, staying afloat, and staying at the position it was before I left, then it'd be different. But y'all are completely tanking right now. You have no choice but to work with Grady. But I'm back, I'm sober, and I'm healthy again. Let me get my job back.
I high-key thought Teddy was lying about it because I thought Teddy wanted to get in so bad. Because you remember he told the CIA operative over him, he told him like, oh, it's some shit going down in it was LA. Some country, huh?
He said it was shit going down in LA. Oh, you talking about Nicaragua?
No, it was another country. I don't think it was Nicaragua, but he was like, in this other country, some shit going down. People are losing lives because all of the gun supplies and all the weapons are not coming in. I don't even think the CIA knew that, because the CIA really don't give a fuck who was getting killed unless it's in the U.S. So they really didn't give a fuck. So Teddy was the only person that knew. It was Tehran or some shit. That was the country. That was the country that he was worried about. But they didn't get there.
Oh, you talking about? Because he talked about it with Avi too, the Iranians and all of them.
Yeah. So I think it was Tehran, that the country he was talking about. But he was like, they ain't getting their full supply. Somebody is cutting into the business. But even the CIA didn't know, and that's why the CIA was like, well, you know what I'm saying, figure out what's going on, and then maybe I can put you in, you know what I'm saying, back in your position. So I think even the CIA really didn't know what the fuck Grady was going on. That's why I thought he was lying about it, because I'm just like, if the CIA doesn't know about this, how the fuck Teddy know about this shit?
But that's the whole point Teddy was trying to make, bro. Like, who knows this job better than me? Like, who does this job better than me? Nobody. And dude couldn't even tell him. He was like, you got a point. Like, you're really all in on this. And like you just said, Teddy is just trying to feel important at this point. And his goal right now is to fulfill whatever his job is asking him to do, because that's probably the only point of closure that he has right now. He don't got no friends. His wife left him. He don't got no contact with his child. His brother is dead because of him. His dad is resenting him. His mom is dead. Teddy has nothing other than his job.
Bro.
Well, he got Gustavo. Gustavo tries to be there for Teddy, but Teddy is real like, nah, like, you're not the type of person I want. Everybody that I did want in my life is either not fucking.
You don't
want to
get you don't want to get too close to him, because you don't know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Once you get close to individuals.
And that's probably why he's always treated Gustavo like, we have our cool moments every now and then, but ultimately we just work together. And Gustavo even told him, he's like, bro, like, you need to loosen up. You need to be more fun. Like, I get what we're doing is serious work, but like, damn, like, you just got a straight face every time I see you. Because Gustavo, he didn't go after Lucia like we thought. At the end, around the end of season 4, you see him looking up Lucia's name. She started dealing coke in Miami, probably some Griselda Blanco connections and whatnot going on down there in Miami. I thought he was going to go get Lucia, and I thought we were going to get Lucia. Hopefully we still will, because he
Yeah,
said that
I
he
fuck with Lucia.
wasn't. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to get her anymore. And you see him with his niece and nephew, aka his god kids now. Gustavo is really trying to like live a regular life while still doing his job. And I don't know how much of a regular life he's gonna have now that Teddy back.
Exactly, because Grady was chill, bro. You can do whatever you want to, but Gustavo, bro, he gonna try to get everything back in line, bro. If everything wasn't right with the border, he gonna try to get the border right. Teddy gonna try to do everything, bro. So yeah, I don't like how this shit gonna turn out, but I didn't understand why, and I understand it's a relationship between Teddy and Franklin, bro, but Franklin should have blew that nigga head off, bro. I seen in the little cigar basket or the little cigar case that there was a gun in there, because you already know what type of time he on. He just seemed like he was desperate and didn't want to stop anytime soon. And you know you have an exit strategy for the business. You should have fucked that nigga Teddy up, bro, and just said fuck it, because Teddy wasn't even fully wasn't fully implemented as the CIA operative at this moment. Like it was still like Grady, because nobody really knew if he killed Grady, if Grady was gonna come back. You
could have knocked Teddy off and nobody would have asked him any questions.
You could have knocked Teddy off and nobody would have said anything, bro. Like that was the moment that killed Teddy. Now I don't know how it's going to happen, because now he's going to be back entrenched in the CIA. Now he's going to be important once again to what their mission is. So if you try to kill him now, it's going to be like, damn, they're going to come after you, this, that, and the third. So now it's a question. But I know Franklin going to be on his head, because he killed Alton, and he gonna find out about that at some point. Or he might already know.
I'm about to say, I think he already knows about the Alton situation, because Alton was very adamant about getting that relationship back with Franklin. And if he was able to call Cuba and be able to talk to his mom for a little bit, I'm sure he's been doing this for a while now. So if you've been calling and you never hear from your dad, like, you know something is up. Like, and your mom never brings up your dad or anything like that, you know something is up.
Because they were in the same place. They were in the same place.
They were in the same place. They went to the exact same place together. They ran away together, basically. And like, your dad isn't writing you or anything like that. So Franklin knows something happened to his dad. And the number one suspect is Teddy, and Teddy obviously did it. So I think Franklin is fully aware. I think that's why he had the gun in the cigar holder, because it's like, I'm trying to contemplate right now. Do I want to hear what you're talking about, or do I want to just get it over with and just shoot you right now? I
think that gun was in the cigar basket already, like just in case of any type of emergency. But I think that when Teddy came in on the type of time he was on, it was just like, So did Franklin give off that impression like he was scared or anxious because of what Teddy did to his father, or because of him feeling like he's going to get pulled deeper in the game? That's the question I have. Was it being pulled deeper, or was it, like, you killed my dad, nigga, like I really can't trust you like I used to in the past? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know which one. Could have been both. Like, I don't know.
I think it was more so about his dad. I think he still has anger from that, which rightfully so, because even though you didn't really mess with your dad like that, even though your dad played a huge part in taking down your entire business, he was still your dad at the end of the day. And he was doing everything he was doing simply because you're his son and he loves you. And Alton was willing to piss his son off and ruin his son's business to save his life ultimately at the end of the day. So it was a bittersweet situation. That's why Franklin was still so upset, that I feel like, because I feel like I said, he knows that his dad is dead. That's why he feels so upset about it, because it's like, I know he was only doing what he was doing for my best interest. So that's going to be an interesting plot point throughout this whole season, bro, because we see they didn't give an episode 3 preview. They just gave a total series preview of what to expect. You see Teddy and Franklin sitting next to each other, and Franklin tells Teddy, I'm going to kill you before you kill me. And it's just like, a damn, bro, like, it's really finna get to that point. Like, hey, we cool right now, but it's finna be war, like, eventually, and we on opposite sides at this point.
That shit is so fucking crazy, bro. So we already knew what time this was gonna be on. We predicted that at the end of season 4. Like, the only way Snowfall could end was Franklin versus Teddy, and we really don't see any other villains in this season other than the cop. Is really just Teddy, honestly. Like, that we have to look out for. So hey, it's obviously going to be that. That's going to be the main plot.
I want to know how big of a ally Avi is going to be, because Avi, we see he's getting he's getting really heavy into the arms dealing business. He just sold to Louie and Jerome. He sold them brand new mini Uzis and whatnot, and he's dealing with Teddy still. So Avi is going to have to pick a side with this Franklin and Teddy beef. And I think who did he talk to, bro? I think Avi, was it Louie or was it Franklin's mom? I think it was his mom, bro. I think he was speaking to Franklin's mom, because she was like, I need you to stop him, or I need you to talk to him or something like that. And Avi said his biggest enemy right now is himself. And he always used to tell Franklin that, like, you have that determination that nobody gonna be able to fuck with you, but you're gonna be the person that's always in your way, kind of. So
shit, so crazy, bro. This gonna be a fire ass season. Yeah, this gonna be a fire ass season, bro. Because Gustavo has to keep picking a side too, or is he already going to be on the side of?
I think he's gonna lean on the side of Teddy.
But it could come down to like the morality of things, because he does fuck with Franklin at the same time too. But he has been business partners with Teddy for so long. But it's gonna come down to, like, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you going after Franklin? Why are you trying to kill him? Like, if Gustavo doesn't understand that, Gustavo is a stand-up guy who will walk away from a situation before he does something that he doesn't want to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going to Franklin's side, or he just steps out of the situation because he doesn't like the way Teddy is moving. And like I said, Teddy is desperate, so he's willing to do anything in this moment, bro. He's willing to do anything to stay relevant and to stay important. And we know that Franklin has an exit strategy. He is trying to get out of the game as soon as possible. As soon as these condos or this building hits for the money that is going to hit in a couple of years, he's trying to get out. I'm not trying to sell crack for eternity, bro. And that's going to be the battle. Frank has to get from underneath him, but it's going to be hard with Teddy being a CIA operative. So it's like, even if you do kill Teddy, are you going to go down for it? So that's going to be the interesting thing, bro, because you can kill Teddy, but the CIA going to be on your head. Even if you try to leave, the CIA is everywhere, bro. So that's going to be the battle at the end of the day, bro. Even if you kill him, it's like, damn, that's why I think Teddy at this moment has the upper advantage.
I don't know who's going to end up killing Teddy, bro, because I seen Teddy in a pool of blood in that preview. I don't know who did it, but I seen Teddy in that pool of blood. You got to watch that preview, bro. Teddy was in somebody's kitchen on the floor, and he was covered in blood, and he was screaming. I was like, man, don't tell me Franklin did it. Franklin finally did it, bro. So I don't know what to expect.
From here on out, we're going to make a few changes. First, I'll set the meets from now on. And second, you will come alone. I need security. I'm your security.
They got no idea the shit we going through out in the street. And we ain't even making money doing it.
Till your wheels turn.
You got friends on the force. That makes you extremely valuable to me.
If you're dead set on this war, I need to know. Because my baby will not be the victim.
Is my son safe?
His greatest enemy is himself.
Before you kill me, I'm gonna kill you.
And I'll be ready for what's coming.
FX's Snowfall.
Was that man Franklin in a cage, bro?
With a tiger. I heard some growling, boy. I heard some growling in that cage.
And I think that what you heard when he said, "I'm a kill you before you kill me." I don't know if Franklin is saying that to Teddy, bro. That might be a trick, because those words actually didn't come out of his mouth. They were just sitting together when that came. So they could be kind of tricking you with that situation. They're going to be at odds, but I don't think he said that to Teddy. So that's going to be the situation. But that shit looked crazy, bro. So we see that Moms is obviously going to come back in the picture, and she's going to have a conversation with Avi. Oh, my goodness. And look, once again, that cop is going to play a big part, because if Louie and Franklin are at odds, that cop could end up taking down Franklin, bro. And we seen that the cop was in the projects and shit like that. Like, if they're really going to be in this war, she has a good ally with somebody on the force, and Franklin does not. Like, so she already has the upper advantage. So we got to see Franklin really overcome a couple of people in his organization right now with Teddy and Louie.
And Leon might actually be the big person that does go down at some point in this episode, bro. Because like you just said, like they're going right into the projects that Leon is in charge of, and I doubt he's just gonna get untouched in all of that. And I think that's gonna cause a rift between him and Louie and Jerome. And I think that might have been who Leon was talking to in that preview where he said, "You better be ready for what's coming." And the preview, the synopsis for episode 3. Let me go ahead and just say it. It's called Lions, and it says Teddy's return causes tension, forcing Jerome and Louie to negotiate with Scully. So we see Scully finna get brought back into it.
I wrote that down,
bro.
I wrote that down, bro, in my notes. I said, "Where's Scully?" Like, I know he's still around. I know he's going through everything with his daughter dying and with his girl dying, but I'm like, he can still be around and can still be an ally for Franklin moving forward. If this is going to be a war, having the gangs on your side is going to be a big deal, bro. So you definitely want Scully to be on your side for sure.
Facts. So I don't know how this feeling. And we see somebody was doing a drive-by and everything. They didn't look like Bloods though. So I don't know if them was Scully people or if it's somebody who Scully beefing with or whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be gang violence still in this episode. Bruh. So I mean in this series. So
this season about to be crazy.
Yeah, this season finna be crazy.
This shit about to be crazy. And this is what I wanted, bro. This is what I wanted. Teddy versus Franklin, bro. Who's going to win? And is anybody going to win? That would be the perfect.
I don't think nobody gonna win, bro.
Would be the perfect ending, bro. If nobody won, even if you think you won in the moment, something happens to you by the end of it, where it's like, damn, was this shit all worth it? You feel what I'm saying? So that would be the perfect ending. So I hope that's how it does end, bro.
And do you think we're gonna get any other because I'm predicting, like I said, the AIDS situation with Magic Johnson and everything. Do you think we're gonna get any other celebrity or notable people type of inserts into the show? Because we got the Lynn Bias thing to start the season off. So I don't know if we're gonna get any other notable appearances or mentions throughout the season.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's gonna depend on where we end season 5. Like if we end season 5 right before, let's say it's 1986. If we end around a year or two in, are we gonna get an introduction in the gangster rap and how the crack game affected the rap world and all that? I don't know how far Snowfall is gonna get into the real life aspect of how they're affecting people. Because that Lynn Bias thing really opened my damn. Are they gonna try and incorporate how it's affecting the real world, and it's not just gonna be a fictional story anymore? He's really affecting lives. So I thought that was cool. I think that it'll be better if they keep playing on it.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. But any other predictions for episode 3 or the rest of the season?
For episode 3, I think we're gonna get the scene where the projects get raided by that cop that Louie is cool with, and I think Leon is gonna get caught in the middle of all this. So that's my first prediction, and my second. Does he get caught? But he getting caught.
He was standing on top. He was standing on top of a building, looking down at everybody. So I'm like, damn, was he up there looking at everybody while everybody else was taking the fall, and he was just up and he already knew what was going to happen? That could have been a situation too.
I feel like that's going to be a scene later in the season. I don't think I don't think he's going to be up there next episode or nothing.
Okay.
It's going to happen. Oh, I had a question. It wasn't a prediction. When are we going to get Mel? Because I don't know if Mel's going to come back in this season at all. We see season 4 ended with Franklin threatening her. If you ever come after me again, I'm on your head. Basically, he dropped the cane and showed everybody I'm back. Is Mel gonna come back and try to mess all that up now that she heard
Mel better not come back
and all of that? I don't know, bro. Are we getting Mel again, or was she scared in the teaching for the rest of her life?
Nah, bro. I can't see that coming. I can't see that coming into fruition. But do you think something happens to Franklin's girl and his baby, bro? I feel like that is going to be a target that will hit him harder than him dying himself. Killing his son or his girl would hit even harder, bro. So maybe that's what people try to play on instead. You know what I'm saying? What if it's Scully? Because Scully got his girl killed and his kid.
Nah, that'll be too predictable. If Scully the one that killed your girl and your baby, it's gonna be like, was that just lazy writing? Like,
yeah. And I think Scully gonna be working with Franklin too. So I don't know. I think somebody could touch his girl though. I don't know.
I don't think anybody will kill Veronique and their child, but I do think she's going to be a target. And her being a target is going to force Franklin to possibly kill somebody that we're not expecting. I'm expecting 1 or 2 surprising bodies before the end of the season. We already got Rob, but I'm expecting 1 or 2 more people to drop that we're not expecting right now. And Franklin, he's on beast mode. Franklin
Jerome is dying by the end of the season. Jerome is dying by the end of this season, bro, for sure. Because he's going to get caught in the crossfire of Franklin and Louie, bro. Because he loves both of them, but he's obviously going to side with Louie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Louie is the one making all of the decisions. So it's like he's just going along with a lot of what Louie says, and maybe he does not agree fully. So he could be caught in the middle and caught in the crossfire between the both of them. And I think Franklin or somebody else could end up killing him. And that shit gonna hurt both sides. You feel me? Because Uncle Jerome been with us since the beginning. You feel me? He's the reason we started sending weed and all that shit. But I think he's gonna be the person that dies by the end of the season. And that shit gonna hurt, bro. Because, bro, Unc been around for a minute, bro. That shit gonna hurt both sides. So I think Uncle Jerome gonna die.
Facts.
Yeah. But anything else?
What I was gonna say. Episode 3 next Wednesday, y'all. We got a reaction coming for that episode 2.
Yes, sir. All right, Eddie, you can hit it with the social media. And before we do that, we want to appreciate everybody on YouTube, everybody that's listening on the podcast version. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know you guys love the Snowfall series, so definitely continue to show love and definitely hit that like button or definitely subscribe to our podcast platforms. We'll definitely appreciate you.
Yes, and you can find us on Twitter, Podcast 1, Instagram, Q&E Podcast, Facebook and YouTube, Q&E Podcast, and our Gmail is QANDE podcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and subscribe to all of our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Subscribe to the Q&E Media page. That is QANDEmedia.com. Our Instagram is QANDE Media, and our Twitter is QE Media. So definitely go ahead and follow those 2 pages. We appreciate you guys for watching or listening, and we out. Peace.